Hello everyone, my name is Michael SK and welcome back to Steins Gate 0. Also, welcome to 2019 if you're watching this as it has come out. It's 2019, I'm done taking my extended break from recording videos and whatnot. I got sick, so I kind of had to step away and tend to myself. I also had no energy to do anything, so recording, even just sitting here and reading, was not going to happen without me getting lightheaded and running out of breath. But I think I'm good. I mean, we'll see. If this video makes it anywhere, then I guess I'm alright. But last time was a big boy episode, I'm pretty sure. That was the Christmas Eve special, I guess you could call it. It's pretty much the one that took place on Christmas Eve, both in reality and in game. It was the Christmas party that they were throwing, but coming to the end of it, a world line shift occurred, which is the first time for Okabe in this branch, apparently, here in this game. Or this game's branch, I guess you could say. I'm confusing myself, and probably you guys. We're in the future, 2036, I'm pretty sure, or sometime around there. Regardless, it's the future. We're being escorted by military men, and as we were getting shot at from a helicopter or some shit, we went into the sewer, which is why you're hearing these lovely noises during this intro. So let us read on and see what the fuck is going on. My sense of smell had already gone numb, so I didn't have to worry about the stench of the sewage. Once inside, we came to several branching paths. The SDF soldiers seemed to know which one would lead to where, and they marched on without hesitation. And then we came out of the sewer and back into a riverbed. We don't know why we're being escorted. They don't know why they're escorting us. So it's really all a mystery as to what the hell is happening here. It was dried up, just like the one we'd been through. I didn't know if it was the same river or another one, and the two soldiers didn't tell me. Either way, I was glad to be finally out of the foul-smelling darkness, and I tried to take a deep breath and fill my lungs with fresh air. But halfway through, I realized that the riverbed smelled even worse than the sewer. I took an involuntary step back, and then another. The sight in front of me was just that terrible. What was once a riverbed was now filled with bodies. Some of them had been burnt totally black, so it was impossible to tell how much death lay before me. And in the distance, I could see what looked like bonfires. They were burning despite the rain. The fires were consuming the mountains of flesh that once were human bodies. We know that you're in a lot of pain and you're confused as hell, but we need you to fucking run. The SDF soldier spoke to me, and then I came back to my senses. If it weren't for these two, I wouldn't have been able to stay sane. We ran through the riverbed, one of them in front of me, the other behind me. I could hear the constant drone of the helicopters above me. Sometimes the searchlights got very close. Each time they did, I hid in the piles of bodies until they passed. I'd seen this many times before as I'd wandered through the world lines. I'd seen death. I'd seen the moments when people had died. But at the same time, I'd never experienced what happened to a dead person after they were left out for a long time. More than fear, more than sorrow, the thing that hit me first was the smell of death. The rotting stench ate away at my body, not my soul. My whole body was rejecting it. It made me feel sick. Thinking that way meant trampling on the dignity of the dead, but I couldn't help it. The Valley of Hinnom. I remembered that phrase. That was what that strange attacker had said that night, when they came after Dr. Leskin and Maho and me.
ためであろうとも銀の無の谷の炎に投げ入れられるよりずっと幸いに違いないのだ。
The good old philosophical assailant. And I understand the majority of what he said, but boy was he philosophical. That valley was the origin of the word, Gehenna, meaning hell. It was said that flames burned there every night, scorching the heavens themselves. Those who died merciless deaths, with anger or misery in their hearts, were flung into the flames, their souls becoming black smoke that rained hatred down onto the land. What I stared at now was Gehenna. The two soldiers led me to a half-collapsed subway tunnel. The lights were all off because there was no electricity, but there were 3 armored cars in camo colors with their headlights on to illuminate the way. They were 4-wheel drive, off-road vehicles covered in thick chunks of armor, but I didn't see any real weapons.
ここから地下鉄内を通って埼玉へ抜けられます。入間基地はまだ無事と聞いています。そこまで行けば関東を脱出できるはずです。
関東脱出？
話は向こうで聞いてください。とにかく急いで。
There were a lot of things I wanted to ask, but even as we spoke, I heard what sounded like gunshots outside the tunnel. The men forced me into the back seat of one of the cars.
それではご無事を祈っております。
え、あなた方は？
自分たちには別の任務がありますので。では。
Huh, well, it was nice knowing you, I guess. The 2 soldiers who had brought me here saluted, then turned around and left the station. I felt like I was never going to see them again. The door of the armored car slammed shut with a heavy thud. The car's crew were SDF soldiers, just a little older than me. Off we go, I guess. The diesel engine kicked to life, and the car raced down a tunnel that had originally been designed for trains. Of course, it wasn't a pleasant ride at all, but I didn't have any choice. There was no way I could tell them I wanted to go to Akihabara. I had no way to alter the world line. I had to survive in this hellish world. And to survive, I needed to do what they said. My wants didn't matter at all. I wasn't even allowed to express them. I just did as they told me and ran. It was all I could do. But I had no idea that it would take an entire month. Wow. Alright, so what is going on here? Apparently we are to scroll. Yeah, we can scroll. Okay, so Anonymous at Security Council. This is the 25th. Okay, so Christmas, the day after the previous day that we were on. The last episode. Again, 2010, so yeah, that all matches. The story so far, the USSR, that's Russia, starts experimenting with a time machine and America goes apeshit. Give me that time machine, USSR, but I refuse. Eastern powers and Soviets get cocky. How does it feel to be you right now, huh? How's it feel? This brings us to the end of your regularly scheduled Cold War. The US was like, I'ma bomb you from Japan. Okay, whatever. Russia was then like, then we'll invade Japan. And us, currently, we're like, oh shit. And our next message here, oh wait, this was prior? Was it prior? 1645. Okay, next message. So Russia's kicking ass. Hokkaido and northeastern Japan are screwed. Are they coming for central Japan now? Apparently the people are saying get the fuck out while emoting. Captain Bajina, amateurs who know nothing about strategy need to shut the fuck up. The SDF may look like they're retreating, but they've actually got a defense line at Mount Fuji. They're about to start a counterattack. The Mount Fuji line. Who the hell is dumb enough to believe Japanese Imperial High Command? The NSCJ. Is this all like, I can't remember what they called it. I kept on referring to it as like Reddit or 4chan. Oh, @channel, that's what it is. It's probably what this is. We'd better not start hearing calls for kamikaze pilots soon. Shut up, noob. Idiots like you are the real threat to Japan. Wait, what the hell happened to the collective right of self-defense? America's only interested in protecting Okinawa. So what the hell's the SDF doing getting sent off to Siberia? How are they supposed to protect the country? You protect it, chicken hawk. You want to fight? Go volunteer. They say they aren't getting enough recruits. Are they going to start conscription soon, you think? What's the point of conscripting a bunch of fat otaku? It's a valid point. They just get in the way. War these days requires professional soldiers. Says the fat otaku who doesn't want to go to war. Damn. There's some fire getting thrown here in this thread. There are barely any professional soldiers left in Japan. Our masters in America sent them all around the globe. And then stuck them there. You guys will probably be getting your conscription notices soon. Good luck. I'm a chick, so I don't care. Well, that's great. In other words, if we get a sex change, we don't have to go, right? The real enemies of Japan are its own citizens, huh, asshole? So seriously, are we going to be split up like Germany? It's likely. They say there's a provisional government forming in Okinawa. They're all set to abandon East Japan and just have America protect the West. Those incompetents in the government might honestly do it. Is this really the time to bash politicians? Traitorous shill. Traitor, shill. Strategically, America can't let go of Okinawa, and Japan wants to keep some kind of government. That means that making a provisional government in Okinawa is the best option. You bashed the hell of Okinawa up until now, and now you're telling me this? Shut up, traitor. So, if I'm a traitor, what are you? If you're posting on @Shan right now, that means you either fled the country or ran to Okinawa. Is this today's you don't get to talk thread? Maybe. Ah, now I know what W is. Actually, not really. I should really go look that up. I don't get what, like, putting a W in the chat 4 times actually means. The reason it took a month to get to Okinawa was that we were losing the war. Supposedly, the plan had been to ferry me by plane to Okinawa once I'd arrived at Iruma base. But the constant bombing had slowed us down, so they gave up on the plane and decided I would escape to Kyushu by ground. There was more than one attack by Soviet spies and assault teams. Some of the SDF soldiers protecting me died. But when I got to Sasebo, I was able to get on a maritime SDF escort ship and managed to escape to Okinawa. Why were they doing all this for me? We were there for a month and we still have no idea. Wow. No matter how many times I asked, no one would answer. Or maybe no one really knows. Still, Okinawa in winter was covered in thick clouds. Come to think of it, I hadn't seen a real break in the clouds for a whole month. I was thinking about that when I was loaded into a van with dark tinted windows that had come to pick me up from the port. Inside the car was not only the driver, but a middle-aged man sitting in the front passenger seat. He was very short, perhaps only around 150 centimeters tall. But he had the air of a military veteran, and even though he was fully dressed, I could tell he was extremely muscular.
Okabe Rintaro 君だな。
Yeah.
私は防衛省中央情報保全隊の下山という。これから空港に寄り道してから彼らの沖縄防衛局へ向かう。長旅で疲れているところ申し訳ないが、もうしばらく我慢してくれ。
はい。
That doesn't look so great. I'd heard that Tokyo had been destroyed. The major functions of the Japanese government were now headquartered out of the Okinawa Defense Bureau to allow for better cooperation with the American forces stationed nearby. That's what Shimoyama explained to me. In other words, the place I was heading to was the core of Japan's defenses. Once I arrived, would I understand why it was so important that all those soldiers were willing to die to protect me? Man, I fucking hope so. My curiosity is there. The car stopped in front of Naha Airport for a while, and then I saw a surprising pair get aboard. Well, who got on? Oh.
Okabe-san!
I have no idea what's happening.
本当だ！オカリンさんだ！
君たちはユキさんと中瀬さんじゃないか。
I wasn't expecting to see them there, but they were the first people I knew who I'd met since coming to this world line. That alone was almost enough to make me cry. But still, I couldn't just sit there and be happy.
マユリの行方を知らないか。
大丈夫です。
Yuki nodded, as if trying to make me feel better.
さっきまで一緒だったんです。
一緒だった。
そうなんですよ。マユシーでしょ、ルミホちゃんでしょ、ルカ君、楓ちゃん。今朝空港に着いて、みんな防衛局というところで保護してもらえるというので待っていたんですが、さっき急に私と吹雪ちゃんだけ先に連れて行くと言われて、それでこの車に乗せられたらオカリンさんがいたってわけ。
とにかくみんなが無事でよかった。
Since Daru and Suzuha weren't mentioned, I was going to ask about them, but...
すまないが、積もる話は後にしてもらっていいだろうか。
Shimiyama cut me off and the car started moving. Alright.
沖縄防衛局には君たちのご家族もいずれ到着する予定だ。すでに我々の方で保護はしている。
本当ですか？よかった。
別行動になったお友達の皆さんもすぐ後ろの車に乗っている。離れ離れになるわけではないから安心していい。
I took a quick look and saw another identical van a little behind us. So Mayuri and the others were there.
じゃあ後でまた会えるんですね。
もちろんだ。
Yuki let out a sigh of relief. But then I started to wonder about something else. Why were we split into different cars? This van could hold at least another 3 people. If we squeezed tight, it could easily hold everyone. Or was there some reason they'd put me, Yuki, and Fubuki into the same car? The car drove alongside the Okinawa monorail for a while, and then went south down a wide bypass.
暗いな。
何です？
いや、こんなに店が並んでるのにどこも真っ暗だから。
There were lots of franchise restaurants, big supermarkets, cafeterias for tourists, and rent-a-car places all jammed together along the side of the road. But all of them were dead silent, and their lights were turned off. Barely any of the street lights were turned on, and the only cars were Japanese and US military vehicles. I didn't see anyone out walking.
10日間制と午後5時以降の外出禁止令が出ているんだ。沖縄なら安全とは言ってもね、戦時下なんだよ。以前のようにはいかない。早く戦争など終わって元に戻ってほしいものだ。
Yeah, I don't think everyone will ever go... I don't think anything, that's what I'm trying to say, will ever go back to normal. Excuse me. Wartime, huh?
なあ、岡部君。君の知っている沖縄は夜遅くまでもっと明るくて楽しい場所だったろ？
あ、どうでしょう。俺は沖縄は初めてなので。
それはもったいないな。なら次は楽しい旅行で来られることを祈っているよ。ここは本当にいい島だ。
The car headed up from the bypass over a large bridge or land bridge, and then to another road. we quickly came to a long tunnel.
実は3人に防衛局に着く前に少しだけ質問をしたくてな。それでこうして同情してもらった。
Well, let's hear it. My guess was right. That meant there was something he wanted to ask just the three of us. But why us three? I wasn't particularly close to Yuki or Fubuki. I'd only even started talking to them a few months ago. And then I shook my head. That was before the world line changed. Maybe things were different in this world line. I had no idea what my relationship was to anyone else in this world line. Since the SDF had been treating me so well, I didn't want to make Shimoyama suspicious. I decided it would be best to leave most of the talking to Yuki and Fubuki.
Amane Yuki-san.
はい。
Shimoyama spoke to Yuki first. Yuki went stiff when her name was called. I could feel it, even sitting next to her.
君は橋田至君とその妹さんがどこにいるか知らないだろうか。
Little sister. That must be Suzuha. That would mean that even in this world line, Suzuha had come from the future and gotten to know Yuki and the others while pretending to be Suzuha's sister. And the SDF evidently didn't know where Daru and Suzuha were.
いえ、私は。
Yuki fell silent and glanced over to me, as if expecting help. But I didn't know where they were either. I didn't even have any memories of this world line, so I had no way of answering. But Yuki's attitude bothered me. It was as if she knew where they were and was deliberately hiding it, and that I was supposed to be hiding it too. I could figure that out. I'm sure Shimoyama could too. A strange tension filled the car. Yuki was trying to hide it? From who?
知らないかな?
Shimoyama turned around from the front passenger seat and asked again.
すみません。
Yuki bowed her head in apology.
でも君は橋田君とかなり親しいお付き合いをしているんだよね。恋人に何の連絡もないというのは。
Wow, so things actually worked out for him and her.
携帯電話なんてもう使い物になってないじゃないですか。
連絡方法なら携帯以外にもいくらでもある。
でも本当に何も。
妹さんからも？
はい。
時に岡部君は橋田君と何か研究をしていたらしいね。
え？
I wasn't sure how to react when the conversation suddenly turned towards me. Researching? Researching what? Uh-oh. If I panic, I'll make them suspicious.
どんな研究をしていたんだね?
I would just have to give him the most harmless answers I could.
研究というより、なんていうか、ちょっとした発明のアイデアというか。
発明?
竹とんぼに CCD カメラをつけて空撮ができないかとか、掃除機の排気をドライヤー代わりにしてみるとか。
ほう、なかなか面白いね。それじゃ何かとんでもないものを作っていて、それを知られないために我々から逃げたというわけではないんだね。
逃げた?
Damn, I responded. That was a mistake. But did that mean that Daru and Suzuha were hiding from the SDF amidst all this chaos? The SDF had risked their lives to protect me over the past month. Shouldn't I be asking them for help? I got even more confused.
知らないのならいいんだ。橋田君たちのことは保留にしておこう。
Somebody please tell me what the right answer is. How am I supposed to respond here?
中瀬克美さん、君には別に聞きたいことがあるんだ。
私？
This time it was Fubuki's turn to jump up in her seat.
いやいや、そんなに緊張しなくていい。大したことじゃない。
Or so Shimeyama said, but Fubuki was clearly starting to get scared. Her reaction was strange. It was too strong. Maybe the self-defense forces weren't simply protecting us. For one thing, there was no way normal civilians like us merited such important treatment. But then what were they after? No, I could guess. The time machine. This war started with Russia's time machine experiments. And of course Nakabachi was involved. I'd learned from some of the soldiers that even in this world line, he'd sought asylum in Russia. And Suzuha was a time traveler from the year 2036. If Suzuha was here in this era, that meant that it was Daru who made the time machine that brought her here. If you had a time machine, you could change the outcome of the war. It would make sense if that's what the Japanese government thought, and if that was why they were trying to capture Daru, Suzuha, and their friends. Once I realized that, the whole situation started to feel terrifying to me. Was this car really headed toward the Okinawa Defense Bureau? And if it was, were they really going to keep us safe there?
先週、中瀬さんに受けてもらった健康診断なんだが。
何か悪いところでも見つかったんですか？
いや、東京で怪我をした傷も治りかけているし、体調には問題はない。ただ、ストレスがひどいようだね。まあ無理もない。あれだけひどい空襲をくぐり抜けてきたんだ。今やほとんどの民間人に PTSD があると言ってもいい。ただ君の場合、他の人とは少し違うようだ。随分とリアルな夢を見たりするとか。ひどい時には白チュームというのかな。現実と夢の区別がつかなくなることもあると聞いた。
だからそれが PTSD ってことじゃないんですか？
Fubuki was too scared to speak, so Yuki interrupted curtly. It was rare to see Yuki act like this. If nothing else, I'd never seen it before. It was plain now. Yuki didn't trust Shimeyama. In fact, she considered him an enemy.
いや、それが実に奇妙な話なんだが。
Shimeyama paused a moment for effect and rubbed his chin.
中瀬さんと非常によく似た白チュームを見る人たちがいる。しかも一人や二人じゃない。
Are we finally expanding more on that shit from Fubuki in the beginning of the game? Like, we followed her for an episode, and we kinda explored this issue, like, for 5 minutes with Kaide. And that was that. We never touched upon it again, so... we finally expanding more on that?
もちろん程度の差はあるが、国内だけでもすでに十数名ほど見つかっている。どうやら海外にもいるようだ。まあ、西側諸国の情報しかないがね。
そんなのただの偶然じゃん。
Fubuki was incredibly frightened. So I spoke in her place.
プーシンを知っているだろ?
Nope. Suddenly, Shimeyama turned his gaze towards me and asked me a question.
プーシン、ソ連の書記長ですよね。
I almost said the president of Russia, but managed to stop myself. The Soviet Union still existed in this world line. Pushin's title was General Secretary, not President. I'd heard that during my time at Iruma.
そう。だが、中瀬さんは興味深いことに、プーシンがロシアの大統領だと答えたとか。
What?
すみません。なんか寝ぼけてたんです。それに私、勉強とか全然ダメで。
いや、そうじゃない。白チュームを見る人たちの特徴の一つなんだ。皆一様にそう口にする。プーシン大統領とね。
Maybe it's... I'm not even going to attempt to predict what's going on here.
ゴリバチョフやリリツィンのことも大統領と呼ぶものばかりだ。そのおかげで研究者たちは陰で大統領病とか呼んでるそうだが、センスのないネーミングだな。
No way. Is he talking about reading Steiner? There was a strong chance that people besides me had that power, even if not as acutely. I'd never found out for sure, but what Fedius had said in the Alpha World line certainly suggested it. So it was certainly possible that Shimiyama's waking dreams were actually the effects of reading Steiner. If they were all aware of the world line shift a month ago, just like me, if Fubuki had the same memories of the other world line that I had, it would make perfect sense that she'd called Puchin a president.
ゴリバチョフ？レリチン？
知らないのかね？世界史の授業でやっただろ。
私、高校時代からずっと理系だったもので。
常識だと思っていたが、今の若い子は知らないのか。最近の学生がここまで不勉強とはね。岡部君は知っているだろう。ゴリバチョフやレリツィンくらい。
ええ、まあ。
ベルリンの壁の崩壊やペレストロイカも。
はい。それも教科書で。
The second after the words were out of my mouth, an alarm went off in my mind. Something was wrong. Something was strange about what Shimiyama was saying. And then I realized the East and West were caught up in the middle of a world war. How could have the Berlin Wall have fallen? And could Gorbachev really execute Perestroika? Or however you pronounce that, I'm sorry. By the time I realized he tricked me, it was too late. My panic appeared on my face.
ん？君もそうだったのか。そしてそれを声に隠そうとしたね。やはり情報通りなんだな。君は何か重大なことを知っている。なあ岡部君、教えてほしいんだが。
Shimiyama suddenly laughed. It was a bitter laugh, almost eerily so.
ゴリバチョフ？レリツィン？君たちが口にするそれは一体誰なんだ？我々はもちろんアメリカのあらゆる情報機関にもそんな人物のデータは存在しないんだ。
The fuck kind of world line are we in? Doesn't exist. I looked over at Yuki. From the look on her face, I could tell that she really had no idea who they were.
ペレストロイカだの、ベルリンの壁崩壊だの、それは本当にあったことなのか？答えてくれ。
But I couldn't answer. I was thinking of something completely different. I suddenly realized why the world line might have changed a month ago on Christmas Eve. What if Russia used the time machine that day in an experiment to change the past? The goal of the experiment would have been to stop the collapse of the Soviet Union. And if the result of them changing the past was this world line, how foolish! A single change to the past and the butterfly effect makes the entire world so different. Did they know how many people had died?
君や君の友達には本当に他の世界の歴史が見えているのか？私にはとても信じられない。頭のおかしい学者どものたわごとにしか。
He was about to push me further when we heard the sound of an incoming call on a cell phone. Shimiyama grunted and took his phone out of his pocket.
下山だ。ああ、今防衛局へ。何？どういうことだ、それは。くそ、これだからバカどもは。あいつらどこの国の政治家だ。
Shimiyama's fingers slammed down on the end call button so hard I thought the phone would break. There was a look of rage on his face.
行き先変更だ。嘉手納基地へ向かえ。第2ゲートだ。
His words were filled with irritation as he spoke to the driver. Changing destinations? Who was he just talking to? As I sat there confused, Shimiyama started to call someone else.
下山だ。行き先を変更する。 嘉手納基地の第2ゲート前で落ち合う。
That was all he said before he hung up.
どういうことですか？
状況が変わった。これから岡部君は米軍基地に行ってもらう。そのまま米軍機でアメリカ行き、なんていう楽しい旅行が待っているかもしれんな。
Yeah, I'm fine with that. That ought to be fun. America?
せめてファーストクラスを準備するよう要求しておくが、期待はしないでほしい。あいつらは我々の言うことなど、飼い犬の吠え声としか思ってない。
なんでアメリカに？
CIA か NSC か知らんが、君の即時引き渡しを求めているそうだ。
だからなぜ？
そんなことはあいつらに直接聞け。
And then he turned back towards the front and fell silent, refusing to answer any of my questions. The car went down the road for a while until we got off at the exit that read South Okinawa. God damn. So I guess, yeah, we are in another world line, but unlike before when we got a glimpse of the fucked up future, we were just literally just thrown not into the future. We're still at the same time, just another world line. And this world line is woohoo, it's fucked. It is bad. My God. I didn't even think that they could just use the time machine technology right then and there and change the world line. And of course it's going to change for Okabe because he's got the reading Steiner. Anything that happens that affects the timeline or the world line that he is currently in, well, he gets to go with it. He gets to go with the change, which is quite ridiculous. But damn, I did not even consider that. So pretty crazy. I don't know how we'll get out of this mess, but make sure you guys tune in for the next one. I'm sure we'll get some more crazy shit going on. So thank you for watching. I'm not dead, so that is a good sign. It means I've recovered. So expect more Steins Gate 0. And let's have a good 2019, boys and girls. See you in the next one. Take it easy.